So what did Trump really think about George H.W. Bush? That's what we're going to find out here. So I bought this book because I want to do readings on these letters that were sent to Trump. So we're going to go into here. George H.W. Bush. You know, good old... Apparently, Nancy Reagan, I think she called him whiny. Okay, so I just read that the other day. Okay, so... here we have, this is a letter from George H.W. Bush to Donald Trump. This is from 1988, and it says, Dear Donald, you have Barbara's and my deepest appreciation for the significant contribution that you recently made to join Team 100. Your generous support will ensure that our GOP candidates are well funded in the final weeks before Election Day. Words cannot express our gratitude and our sincerest thanks for all that you have done. With friends like you, I know that we will win. Sincerely, George Bush. Now, here's what Trump has to say. I always felt that George Bush the elder could have pushed the envelope a little bit further and a little bit stronger. The Bush family and I didn't get along well, to put it mildly. They seemed to be a much different type. I helped George H.W. Bush with his campaign and did a really good job for him. It was never appreciated, unfortunately, and that's all right. I learned much when he made his famous statement, read my lips, no new taxes, and then almost immediately raised taxes. That didn't work out too well. Almost as bad was when he kept talking about 1,000 points of light, and nobody really knew what the hell he was talking about. What did it all mean? So, that's what I need to know. What did it all mean, whiny George Bush? Oh, Nancy Reagan. I got to do a reading on Nancy Reagan. I started, her daughter came out with a new book recently. And then I was looking through. I had no idea that allegedly Nancy Reagan was knocking boots with Frank Sinatra for years. And, oh, my goodness. Oh, the drama. I'm like, whew, you think these people are just so prim and proper. And then you're finding out, whoa. So, let's see. When he kept talking about 1,000 points of light and nobody really knew what the hell he was talking about. What did it all mean? What are we alluding to here with 1,000 points of light? And of course, this is not fact. It's a card reading. It's all alleged for entertainment purposes only. My opinion. Psychic downloads. Why I'm going backwards today? I don't have enough room here on this desk. Okay. Four of Wands. Okay. Kind of talking about your homeland, your government, your whatever. And strength. All right. Here, let's move on over here. Okay. You're going to have to move too. Ooh, he's the devil. There's a video I did. It's in the Moon Moth Manor. I didn't release it here because I figured it kind of pushed the envelope a little too much. But I did do a video on H.W. Bush on his speech. One of his speeches, the famous one. And this correlates to it. 1,000 points of light. This is like regarding endless wars. 1,000 points of light. The fallacy of like, we have to go do this war to keep our homeland safe. Like that's a story told to the people, but we're really feeding the military industrial complex type thing, showing our strength, bringing in the military, because that's family business. Okay, Queen of Wands, making up these creative ideas, word salad bullshit for people to buy into it, the American people. Yeah, so they could see it as a different perspective instead of the operations that the Eyes Wide Shut group there was pulling. Yeah, it's all a bunch of lies and bullshit. Okay. Interesting. So then he has the Bush family and I didn't get along well, to put it mildly. They seem to be a much different type. Okay, so he didn't get along with the Bush family. And you know how he was making fun of Jeb all the time when they're debating. What started the rift? What started the rift? Oh, shnikes. Okay. The first reading I did on this was Ted Kennedy. He's in the book. So go back and watch that reading because it talks about a confidential project he was working on. Bush family and Trump do not get along, don't see eye to eye, because this is about JFK, what happened in Dallas. Oh, because he wants to exact justice, and he believes they're involved. Bush family's involved in this. Holy moly. Oh, these are the like similar cards from that reading. He's a part of trying to bring all the eyes wide shut people down. This is that confidential project. Bushies are involved. They're bringing the fight to them. This is the partnership with the Kennedys. We saw those cards too. 3 of Cups, partnership. We're going to celebrate. We're trying to get back to balance. Holy moly. Holy moly. Oh. All right. Last reading ended with me not able to speak English either. Let me find my next one. Barbara Bush is on page 55. Let's see what we can find out about good old Barbara. Okay, so she has a couple notes here. George Bush and Barbara wrote notes here for whatever. Who cares? Now let's see what he writes. First Lady Barbara Bush was a very nice lady, even though she did not like me very much. She thought I was very mean to her sons, but really they were mean to me because of their lack of support no matter what I did. And that was okay. I gave up on them a long time ago. The elder was a good man, but wasn't there for me. Okay, so they weren't there for him. What does he mean? So he's talking about Barbara, H.W. Bush, unless he's talking about Prescott Bush. Why weren't they there for him? What was he seeking to get out of them? I'm all discombobulated. This book is so big. Oh, there we go. Dark. Oh, that. Okay. This is not, he's talking about they weren't there for him in terms of the government, the country that I used to know, trust, was not there for me because of what they did to Kennedys. They said one thing, they did another. Yeah, that they're very fake, phony, false people. It's almost like he got their number. And so then that was it. I got your number. I got you. I see you. Oh my goodness. This is insane. Okay. Now let's see which page is the next Bush. We have Barbara. 92. W. Let's get on down to W Town. Okay, we have, here's a picture of them together, and Donald's writing a letter, or W's writing a letter to Donald about invitation to Miss Teen USA pageant, whatever, he says he can't go. Trump says, W, as he called himself, got us into the Middle East quicksand. After 21 years, millions of people muerto, trillions of dollars spent, and the Middle East totally obliterated, we got out. It was a bad decision by him, and probably a decision that was forced by Dick Cheney, a disastrous vice president. In any event, I wish them all well. Lots of luck. This sounds kind of ominous. Does he really wish them lots of luck? Does he wish W and his family lots of luck? Lots of luck against a bunch of people that are trying to take you down. Yeah, it's being sarcastic. Yeah, this is sarcastic. Lots of luck to you. You picked the wrong team. We got all sorts of resources on our side, so you needed to make a choice. You chose the wrong way. Okay. Sarcasm. Now, I think there's also one in here. Good old Jeb. Jeb is my favorite. Sometimes I call Jeb Barbara. Here's darling Jeb. In the next iteration of the mausoleum, we're getting a big ass table. Okay. So here you go. Pointing at Jeb. Jeb! As he starts out. The Bush family didn't take too kindly when I ran against Jeb. But it was a competition. Jeb was expected by almost everybody to win the Republican primary. And after about 2 weeks, it was over for him. So immediately, the Bush family didn't feel so great about Donald Trump. Let's see. What does the Bush family have to do with, like, what are they really upset that Jeb's a terrible candidate and they don't have kind feelings for Bush over that? Let's do Jeb and his family and Donald. What is this all about? Five of Cups. Instant regret putting Jeb out there. Yeah. Instant regret putting Jeb out there. Almost this idea like we thought we could do it again. We could get another Bush term in there. Instant regret. Yeah, we thought we could send this out to the voters, see if it would fly. We thought for sure, Jeb seems like a nice guy. Oh. Yeah, this is just not gonna work. It's almost like they didn't account for something. They didn't account for something. It was almost like they shoved Jeb in there thinking he could continue on. They didn't account for something. They got caught up in some type of like legal. This is more than legal though. It's not like you didn't pay your parking fine. Four of Cups. They got stuck. This is like going back to this ties into that funeral of HW. There's a new sheriff in town. There's a new sheriff in town, and you thought you could run your same old moves. That road has been closed. You cannot run that road anymore. So this must have been one of the first signs to the Bush family that they could no longer play their old school games. Okay, let me just check my list, make sure we don't have any more, no more Bushes on the list. Okay, so that's all the Bushes that he wrote about. So this is just becoming very interesting, isn't it? So tell me what you think down in the comments. I got more I want to read out of this book because he's got some few other people he talks about. And so, anyhow, thanks for watching. Join me in the Moon Moth Manor. Get access to videos like these ahead of time and ones I can't share, like that other one I was mentioning. And I will see you soon. Bye.